Welcome to another adventure of Cozy Nest. We're so excited to have you with us today. Today we're going to go over some of the work that we had to do to get the cabin done on a daily basis, and then a quick walk, and then come back and finish showing you how to do some dishes and part of our checkoff list. Thanks for joining us. All right, what I'm trying to say right here is that it runs much better than my old ones, which is true, except it ends up having some technical difficulties. What you do is there's a primer button on the bulb that you push 3 times. You turn it to start and you turn choke all the way on, and it's normally a one pull start, and it's working pretty good as far as that goes. But there's some other things that we're going to discover that's wrong with it.
So like most things that Troy built, I bought used, and I bought it used for like 800 bucks, and then I had to go in and fix it and fix the engine, and I'm just happy it starts the first time every time now. I'm gonna kill it so that I can put these new pins in. So you never want to work on these machines with them running. Look at that. That other pin already broke off out of here. That's scary. Both pins broke off. That's not a good sign, Michelle. That means that I'm going to be fighting this all winter, I'm afraid. I think it's going to break a lot of pins. So we got to be careful we're not hitting rocks or ice. I think that's what's causing the damage. I'm hoping these pins are better. I'm glad that it didn't shear anything. Honestly, I'm surprised that we didn't break the snowblower. So I'm just trying to find out where that we've got some extra pins right here. So if the auger breaks again, we're ready for it. This is the auger. This is the drive. Michelle's learning how to use a snowblower. Hey, Michelle, we're going for a little walk.
Yep, needed some fresh air, get away from everything.
With the broken snowblower, we're not going to finish up the work. We're tired, but we figured it was important to go and still remember why we're doing this.
Yep.
The word of the year was what?
Adventure.
Adventure. And Michelle has to remind me it's the word for 2025, not for
2024.
Yeah.
That's over.
We're going to fall on this ice right here.
Yep, that'll be exciting.
So we do, part of the HOA, they do plow the road mostly. They tend to jack up our driveway, I've decided.
Well, they just throw the snow there.
Oop.
Snow.
Nice. Sorry. There we go.
Oh, look at that.
That would look like we were doing. Just had to pick up the trash. This feels a little weird, doesn't it?
So you walk in with your...
Yeah, with a little stick. I don't know how to keep you in. Up and shot off my black powder. That's the only way to empty it. I don't know if you can see Michelle back there. No, she's right behind me. There we go. Hey, hon.
Hi.
Let's turn this way. Whee. Happy 2025 New Year.
Yep.
Okay, I did it right.
Good job.
This is where we need the drone. Can you hear the river?
There are cars.
Really can't hear the river? Thanks for humoring me. All right, welcome to the Allen's cabin again. No,
Where are you?
I don't need my sunglasses on anymore. Till when you're ready.
How do I get it to go down?
The thumbstick. You're pushing it opposite of what you want to do. You're raising it.
I'm like, I don't see you.
Okay, so all right, welcome. Just finished fixing the snowblower, and it broke again because it doesn't like this ice. So when you come up and you've got a bunch of what's happening here, I don't know if you can tell, Michelle, it's pretty dark, but snow's coming off this roof and it's melting. It's making a bunch of ice block, and I've got to get this cleared out from the window. And every time somebody comes up to the cabin, we just need to chop it out. We haven't done it yet this year because the last time we came up, we were putting up the elk head, so we didn't have time. But so I'm going to clear this out, fix the snowblower in the morning, and then I'll be ready when the next dump comes. So make sure you're clearing it out. We've got an axe pick. Be careful. This is a wood deck, so you're using an axe be careful against the cabin, and then just a square point shovel. So good times. Any stars tonight? Well, we could make an igloo.
I don't see any stars yet.
Not the snow. Can you see any stars yet?
Nope.
Should be a clear night.
Maybe if we can go around the front or the back. We can just see how much snow there really is. There you go. See, there's the window. There we go. Look at
All
that.
dug out. Took me just over an hour and 40 minutes. Pretty high snow. So if we did this regularly, it'd be a lot easier.
Great job.
The other project is the
Hi.
mountainside of the home.
What you doing?
Trying to stay safe. What are you doing?
Well, advantage of a tiny home, I guess, or the way they laid this out. I've got to knock this snow off. And I'm trying to stay out of the way so it doesn't land on me.
That's good.
Down. And I got to knock enough of this out above me so that when I walk under it, it doesn't mess me up again. Got to be aware of this window right here. Kind of be a bummer to put a big hole in the window.
That would be bad.
Next spring, I'll show you what I did to keep the pipe from breaking in our bathroom. And you probably can't hear most of what I'm saying. It's totally fine. Yeah, if you can get it. Alright, tonight I'm going to show you washing dishes in our cabin. The first thing we got to do is go fill up our 5-gallon jug. Gives us some light to what we're doing. So we're going to just break the camera in the process. We don't really have good drainage here, so you got to be careful where you place the jug. I don't know what I'm filming. This solo shot is not as easy as it looks. Those professionals know what they're doing. But it is pretty outside. See the trees? I am going to be soaking wet. So this is a never freeze faucet. It allows it to go 7 feet down. I'm going to only fill this a little over half full. Hi, welcome back. Got my water jug now full of water. Gonna fill up the water. I'm gonna pour it over the sink just to be safe. So the way I think of this is I think of this a lot like just camping in the winter. You'll see some moss flying around. I guess they're miller moths. And the cabin was infested when we got it, and we haven't been able to get rid of them since. They're just kind of pesky when the cabin first warms up in the winter or in the summer. It happens to be they'll come out now because we've got the cabin up to about 62 degrees. Here in Utah, we get a lot of hard water, so you'll see that I've got film on this. It's hard water is all it is. So we've got the stove on. We're going to get that up to almost boiling, and then I'll continue the video. Alright, so I've got my water nice and hot here. Yep, almost too hot to touch for me. I'm just going to take my sink. I'm going to clean it real quick. Scrape most of the food off. You got to throw it in a garbage can. There's no disposals up here. And what I like to do, I'm going to pour just a little bit of hot water in here. And it's too hot to touch, which is great. And then so I'm going to just dump a little bit of cold water. So it's fairly reasonable to touch. Mom taught me the hotter the water, the better it is. And I'm going to wash my rinse sink as well, because I'm pretty picky on how stuff works. But yeah, it's really just like camping. You know, if you think about it, just like you would in an old wash basin up camping. I'm going to take my cold, my hot. I put some dish soap on here. When I first get here, this is all white. I don't know if you guys know that, but soap turns white and kind of solid when it's frozen. But I'm at about 60 degrees in this corner, probably about 80 in the whole house. Yeah, that's probably not true. Probably 40 something. We're accountable for our own trash, and I don't really want to burn stink out there. I try and keep my trash to a minimum, so I use almost all plastic or paper, glass. But if you're coming up to visit for the weekend, for a day, it's probably just easier to bring up paper. Once again, don't burn it in the fireplace, but you can make a fire outside if you want in the winter. In the summer, you got to be really careful and watch burn notifications, restrictions. Just make sure you get them real clean, because nothing's grosser than leftover old nasty food on your plates. Yeah, when I was coming up and I just bring a group up, I'd normally take about a trash or 2 trash bags full of garbage home with me. One, because kids are messy. You know, they just bring up a lot of extra stuff. But also because it just made my job that much easier as the leader. Water's getting a little bit cold. Throw a little bit more warm in there. Put a couple more pans, and then any of you watch Michelle's video on how to build candles, not candles, she cut up candles, how to build fire starters. I got a little bit of a mess there to clean up, but that's part of the process. Michelle, give me the there. Have a good night, and good luck keeping all the dishes. I'm going to dry them and put them away just because I don't like stuff running on them, if there is anything now, or those moths landing on them. Okay, well, we've cleaned the driveway multiple times. Michelle, zooming back this way. Michelle, what did you just do?
Turn off the breakers so we can leave, so we don't leave the baseboard heaters on.
That's right, you got all the propane off outside?
Yep. Or it's gonna be really hard to plow the driveway.
Yep. And remember,
You got this.